Righty, boys. Good morning. So we're back. This is the second upper day of the week, of the deload week. So it's Friday. We're going to start with a flat Smith press. We usually do 70 kilo plus the bar, but 70 kilo the sides combined for 12 reps. So we're going to do 7 reps for 40 kilo. Again, not exactly 50%, but you get the idea. I'll say so far, it's been going all right for some reason. It just feels when I'm progressively overloading and I'm actually coming to the gym to do this properly, there is a bit of how should I say this? There's a bit of a kind of like a mental block because I know what I'm going to go through when I'm here, and then obviously I have the rest of the day to go through. So it is a little bit of a, oh God, I have to do this. But now it's kind of like, well, I'm going to go to the gym. It's going to be like 30, 40 minutes, and it's going to be fun, and it's not really going to be that challenging. And I also kind of like needed the rest. I'm not going to lie. I can see why people are so big on deload weeks and all that kind of stuff. It's only applicable really if you're training hard and you're writing stuff down and you're looking to progress like from a week to week basis and you're adding reps or weight or sets or whatever it is really. If you're progressively overloading, right? Essentially, eventually you are going to reach a point where you're like, this is a bit too much now. And you will need the deload week because then you just get to the territory of tank volume. And even though you take rest days where you don't actually go to the gym, even if these days are like 2 a week, which is what I'm doing, it's not enough for you to properly recover. So yeah, no, I'm enjoying this. I'm not gonna lie. Now, how is that gonna translate next week, which is really what I should be looking at? Because next week, when I'm going to come back and I'm going to start doing stuff again properly, I should be able to do more, even more than before, right? Because that's kind of like the point of a deload week. And maybe the first week is going to be kind of like, I'm not going to see like massive increases. I'm not expecting to see any massive increases, but within reason, I'm going to see some increase. It might not be next week, but it might be the week after. So we'll see. But in any case, usually we do 3 sets, so we're only going to do 2 sets. We're gonna aim for 7 reps, and I have 60 kg, so 40 plus about 60 kg. So it's kind of like 60% of what I'm usually doing. So when it comes to bench pressing in general, even if it is with free weights or Smith machine, or even with dumbbells, doesn't even matter, which I guess it's a free weight exercise, but anyway. I always like to have my hands, especially if it's a bar, I always like to have my hands kind of like, my elbow is doing kind of like a 90-degree, using a 90-degree angle, slightly, maybe a little bit less than a 90-degree angle, but you get the idea. The reason that I'm doing that is because I want to get that deep stretch here. And if you have your hands here, you can't really get that big stretch, but here, it opens up everything. And yeah, the bar is going to be coming just above nipple level. So you can hit the upper chest more, which is like what I want to hit as much as possible. Because that's a very, very hard muscle to grow, the upper chest. I'll get into the why in a sec, but let's get the first set out of the way first. It's not going to take long, so... Hopefully you can see the difference between kind of like normal sets and these kind of sets. Because they do allow you to focus more on your technique because there isn't enough weight to challenge you or to make you worry about balance or whatever it might be. Obviously, balance is less of an issue with the Smith press, but still, there's a little bit of that, So you can definitely kind of like focus on your technique and what you're actually doing, and fix any issues with it potentially. So yeah, it's I like it. I did say that, but I like it. So one more set, 7 reps, and then we're gonna move into what do I have next? Cable chest supported drop pullover. Yeah, my favorite back exercise. That's cool. And I think then we have dumbbells, but I'll double check on that. And that's that. So we're gonna move into the chest supported drop pullovers. Again, one of my favorite exercises for the back. I really like that exercise. I can feel it's just the mind muscle connection is so good, and the isolation as well. It's like I can't really use anything else other than my back. Maybe a little bit of biceps, but I'm not really. So yeah, usually we do 13 plates, 14 reps. So we're gonna do 8 reps for 7 plates. I have 7 plates up there. So yeah, 8 reps here, 2 sets, and then we're gonna move into some seated mid-pack flies. This is only 1 set. It feels so weird, man. Honestly, it's like when you do 1 set per exercise, it's like, am I even, especially with half weight for half the reps, you're kind of like conflicting warm up with actual working sets. But hey, it is what it is. So we're gonna do two sets here. We're gonna get rid of those, and then we're gonna do 1 set of sitting mid pack flies. So these ones, not these ones, because these ones are upper chest. And then we have some neutral grip pull downs. Oh, fucking hell. I did say I need to change that exercise, but we'll get to that. All right. And then we have 45-degree laterals to upright rows. 2 sets, but yeah. Anyway, let's get this one done. So 2 sets here. And we're gonna move. What I will say is just pay attention to my back. Like the stress. Let me get rid of that. So you can better see what's happening back there. Remember to pause at the stretch position. At 7, and that's 8. Yeah, hopefully the angle of the camera could show you exactly what's happening on the back. But this is why I love this exercise, because it's like it's just supported, and then you can just focus on your upper back so much. The only negative I'd say is that you don't really do much for the lower back, which is to be expected, but that's why we have this one. And a little bit of the pull down actually takes care of the lower back. Not massively, but it helps, especially if you're kind of like bending, not bending, but kind of like going backwards a little bit, which you should. But yeah. So one more set, and then we're gonna go. Well, we're gonna change the position of the bends, and we're gonna do some mid-pack flies. I'm gonna say so much set. I mean 1 set. So here we are. Yeah, I'm fun. One more. So mid-back flies, one set of mid-back fly. That's going to be very interesting. So mid-back flies, we usually do 7 plates. I'm going to do 4, and we usually do 11 reps, so I'm going to do 6. Again, kind of like keeping it above 50% because I think at 50% it's just too low. Right. That's 5. That's 6. There we go. That's that. That is that. So now we're going to do some neutral grip pull downs. And then we're done with back and chest. And then we're going to do some shoulders. And then we're done. A day is going by so quickly. So last time we did 15 reps for 15 plates, or I should say 15 plates for 15 reps. So now we're going to do 8 plates for 8 reps. Should be nice and easy. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know, and in all honesty, especially when you use that moving heavy weight, there isn't enough weight to even properly stretch my back, I feel. I know it's enough, but you know what I mean? It's kind of like usually when there's a lot of weight, on the way to the top, when you're kind of like letting it go, I feel my back kind of like pulled apart. But now I feel it, but it's not nearly as much as it, which makes sense. But it is what it is. So yeah, we're gonna do one more set, exactly as you saw. I'm probably gonna grab the bar a little bit wider because it felt a little bit weird, but I just want to do it a little bit wider too. I think it's gonna be a lot better. But yeah, we're gonna do that, and then we're done with back and chest. We're gonna do some shoulders. That'll be that. So we're done here. We're gonna do some shoulders, and then we're done for the day. All right, to the last exercise of the day. So we have 45-degree laterals to upright rows, 2 sets. We usually do 8 kilos for 14 reps with the dumbbells. So we're going to do 6 kilos for 8 reps. So 8 reps essentially. And then 15 kg we usually do for 10. So we're going to do 10 kg for 6. So essentially 8 and 6. Let's get that done. and then 6 here. 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. So that was set number 1. Super set, really. That's what it is, isn't it? And then we're gonna do one more. Same stuff. And then we're done. Last little set. Last little super set. 8 reps with these. And then 6 with a straight bar, I guess. And then we're done. All right. The last 6 reps of the day. And that's it. Actually, let's put that up there. But yeah, boys, we're done. We're done. So that was the second upper body day of the deload week. Now that's done. Tomorrow we have legs, arms and legs, but we're gonna get to that tomorrow. And then we'll have one more upper day, and then the deload week is essentially done. Then we're gonna take a rest day on Monday, and then Tuesday we're gonna come back and see, what that did, and we're gonna go from there really. But yeah, I mean, it feels great. Feels great. It makes me also want to kind of like come to the gym more now, because obviously I have more time because this doesn't take nearly as long as a proper workout day. So I have more time. I'm more relaxed. I don't do so much volume or so much weight that I'm literally kind of like tired throughout the day because of this. And yeah, it feels good. I get to work on my technique. I get to work on my sort of range of motion. I get to stretch my muscles with weight, which is fantastic. And yeah, it's kind of like rehabilitation for injuries that I don't have, obviously. But it works and it's nice. It feels nice. So this is the progress report for so far. It's good. If you are gonna be doing programs that you track your progressive overload and you're trying really hard to become stronger, it's inevitable that eventually you're gonna reach the point where you need to take some rest. Ideally in a deload week fashion, so you're still coming to the gym, you're still working on your technique, you're still moving some weight, but not nearly as long. As I say, as you've seen me do, it's anywhere from like 55 to 70% of the weight and the reps and the sets that I usually do, and it works. It works fine. But yeah, I'll leave you with this. I'm gonna get on with the rest of my day, and I'll see you tomorrow for arms and obviously legs.